Hey there, peace to you, blessings. This is a little study on Joab. I know there are many Bible commentators online, they will not have a lot of good things to say about Joab. I must admit that I'm a little bit conflicted when it comes to Joab in the Bible. Joab was David's nephew, the son of Zeruiah, who was David's sister. They were probably very similar in age though, because David was the youngest of his brothers. And Joab, he did a lot for David. If you read 2 Samuel through 1 Kings, every time David seemed to be in a jam, Joab would be the one to sort it out. I'll give you a few examples, and I'll try not to sort of make this video too long. So, Absalom, he went against David, and Joab was the one that killed Absalom. He left with David, and that's in 2 Samuel 18, 1 through 14, and got David's kingdom back. And David actually mourned Absalom to the point that Joab had to remind him whose side he was on, and kept the kingdom in David's hands by showing him what a king should be like. He also, I know he was complicit in Uriah. David had Uriah killed in Bathsheba. He was doing as he told. Again, if Joab could have used that as a way to usurp David, he didn't. He went along with it. He killed. He was complicit in killing Uriah for the sake of David. David went storming and got hurt when he went into war. It was Joab that told him that he was too important and he had to go home. David blamed Joab for the murder of Abner when Abner killed Joab's brother Asahel during a war. And I suppose some people say that for that Joab was vengeful and angry. Totally. But in the time that he lived in, if it was his younger brother that got killed by Abner, and I mean Abner was no friend to he was he was playing side against side in my point of view in Kings. He went against Saul because he was sleeping with Saul's concubines and got upset, and then went to David and tried to sell the kingdom to him. Then David said that Abner was more righteous than Joab. Joab at least had a grievance, which, although he shouldn't have been vengeful, it was a war, and it was explained in Kings. You can kind of see why Joab did it. Not saying that he should do it, never do that, but in the Bible there's those kind of acts of retribution. Of course, he shouldn't have done it, but the punishment of then saying to Solomon to kill him because of the innocent blood of Abner that he shed by killing Abner, I don't know. What do you think? Joab, his name means my father is Jehovah. On a character basis, he did actually. Solomon had Benaniah, son of Jehoiada, kill him on the altar on the advice of David. That's in 2 Samuel 20 verse 5 through 13, I think it is. So he got killed for something that he did years before by Solomon, who had no grievance against him, if you know what I mean. I think it was a political thing, and I think the book is, how can I put it? The book, the Bible must be missing something out about Abner. He's not mentioned in the Mighty Men, but his brother is. I don't know. When I read about Joab, he never ever tried to usurp David's kingdom. He looked after and kept it in David's hands many times. He went out of his way to make sure that David was safe, that David's misgivings were covered up. They did a census of the whole of Israel, and David caused the death of multitudes for 3 days by the hand of God. It was Abner that told him not to do it in the first place. In fact, Abner didn't even finish the census. Joab didn't even finish the census because he knew it was wrong. David, his insolence caused the death of lots of people for 3 days. He's still called a man of God, and God, a man after God's own heart. I think I'm missing something. Abner. Keep saying Abner. Joab, in the Bible. Really painted as a villain. Definitely not perfect. A man of war. He killed Abner under the ribs. But there's lots of I think if you were David, you'd need. Well, he did. He prospered. Abner. He crushed the Philistines, the Edomites, the Ammonites. He was a very able general. Don't know why he's vilified so much. No, he's one of those in the Bible that I'm not sure what to make of. If it wasn't said in the Bible that he wasn't a good person, if it just left it out and left him dead without him, you'd think, well, he weren't so bad. He was actually one of the faithful ones. You would, wouldn't you? When you read it, I did. Yeah. Joab, complex character, unsure of why he gets such a bad rap by commentators. I think the Solomon thing was politically motivated. Joab, peace to you and your family. I hope someone gets some sort of enjoyment out of this and looks into Joab. Read all the Kings. They're there for our example. Peace and blessing to you and your family in Jesus' name. Amen.